and good morning. I hope ya kwamba umekuwa na wakati mwema and yes, sisi hapa tunaendelea vizuri and God has been gracious to us. This is the Men Matters Friday na siku ya leo naamini ya kwamba God has taken good care of you, right? And tangu that was actually last Friday but one kwa sababu last Friday we had that other program hatukuwa hapa, but I know katika haya yote Mungu amekuwa mwaminifu sana kwako kama vile amekuwa mwaminifu pia kwetu. And today yeah, being a Friday and kuja kuangalia masuala ya wanaume hapa na najua kwamba kuna kile ambacho tunazungumza ama kuna kile ambacho tutazungumzia and I believe ya kwamba kitakuwa enlightening. You know, I believe that what we are going to handle today will be an eye opener to somebody today. And kwa sababu hiyo siko peke yangu, nitakuwa na introduce mgeni wangu ama my co-pilot hapa in a very short while, lakini kwanza nikujuze ya kwamba the topic ambayo tunazungumzia siku ya leo, you know, it's one of these topics ambazo kwa siku zetu I think it's something that has had quite a bit of you know, the push and the pull and push, kwa sababu ni mambo ambayo many people feel ni kama either we are getting out of hand. Kuna wengine wanafeel ya kwamba you know, this is the way it should be. Na this is about gender roles, yeah, na mambo ya gender roles sahi, this is a hot topic katika mawazo ya watu wengi, katika maisha ya watu wengi, in many families, in many marriages, in many relationships. A lot is happening when it comes to gender roles. And of course unaweza kutufuata because we are live on MBCI TV, we are live pia katika Facebook page, that is MBCI that is MBCI TV official, right? Na pia katika YouTube we also live on YouTube, that is MBCI TV official. Unaweza kutuandikia pia katika an SMS, you know, you can write us an SMS, it's free of charge katika 23814. Yes, we'll get your we'll get your response to us kwa sababu there is a question that we are just about to ask. Na pia unaweza kutuandikia pale katika WhatsApp. Yes, you can write us a WhatsApp message, that is 0721 105 105. And we have a question. Na swali ambalo tunauliza ni society, you know, what is your take on today's society, society take on gender roles? Ama society ya leo, what is your take when it comes to the gender roles and the distribution of the gender roles in our today's society? What is your take on that? And wacha kwanza nitambulishe ambaye ni mgeni wangu siku ya leo. Na nimesema si mgeni. This is a co-pilot. How are you?
I'm fine.
And good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, tumepoteana sana on this side of the studio.
I know, but we are back.
Yes.
I think the last time I was here, we were with Rachel and Mr. Kage.
Yes.
And we had a very, very fruitful conversation then. And I'm also excited for today's topic.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
And unajua si kuambia watu unaitwa nani kwa sababu of course wengi wanakujua. Mimi already wananijua, mimi naitwa Monene David. And my brother Paul Kage leo tuko pamoja naye. So I will be with him next Friday, tuko pamoja naye. Lakini mgeni wetu nani huyu?
Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. Thank you for being a part of Men Matters today. My name is Sylvia Wanja. Na venye tu Mr. Monene amesema, I am not a new face. I've been here a couple of times. Kuna siku karibu tu pigane, lakini at least, but it was a very productive session.
Yes.
So I'm hoping Pia today will also shed some light on matters gender roles. It's a very, very tricky topic, especially in the now times.
Yes.
Like there's been a lot of change and evolution when it comes to gender roles. When you look at back then and now, so much to tackle.
Now, let's come to these matters.
Yeah.
And then hata before niulize swali, before hata tuingia kwa gender roles, what has been your experience by the way you are having been on Men Matters? Najua kuna watu wakati mwingine wanaenda wanauliza swali, hey Sly, unajua sasa hii mambo ya wanaume, you know, like what has been your experience with the boy child since inception of Men Matters?
I think the response, let's say we got 50-50. There are those who are receptive to what we are sharing. Na kuna wale bado wana feel you should not be talking about what you don't know. But I feel like it's important to share your opinion, because through that's how utakuwa corrected. Utambiwa no, the way you ulifikiria hapa hivyo, but no, it's not supposed to be like that, nivi. But if you don't get to share your opinion, you'll never get the other side's perspective of it. And I think that's why we have these sessions, so that we can be able to listen to all sides without any biases. I'll share my opinion, the viewer share opinion yake, you share your opinion. Then from that we pick what we need to, and we learn the lessons that we need from there. Because everyone needs to have that teachable spirit in them, such that whatever it is that you know will change over time.
That is
Still
true.
lazima ikuwe cast on stone. So the reception that has been there has been 50-50, both good and bad. There are those who completely don't want to hear a woman talking about anything to do with men because they are women. How do they know about men? But there are those who are very receptive and appreciate the fact that at least you're sharing our opinions. Na kwenye we're understanding the wrong way, they correct us.
Sure.
And we take those pointers and you point out, and we correct those places.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Hello, I'm Eric Odongo Medida, a dairy technologist. I've been in the dairy industry for the past 5 years. Dairy technologist is a very interesting industry because it touches the lives of farmers. Now, we have milk from the farmers. We get milk from the farmers, and this milk is supposed to be of high quality. When my friends or my family members realized that I wanted to be a dairy technologist, first of all they were amazed.
Oh.
Yes, because my background is not dairy. You realize that they are farmers or middlemen who are doing they have got uncouth behaviors. That is the addition of water.
Kingdom Seekers Fellowship Nakuru invites you to a Power-Filled Ladies Conference 2024 from the 23rd to the 26th of April, hosted by Reverend Naomi Kemani and Apostle John Kemani Willie.
Know that you have power, my sister, my brother. Hata kama kuna hali zinanena kinyume, uko na nguvu, uko na mamlaka.
This is a divine opportunity to immerse yourself in sessions filled with wisdom, encouragements, and revelations. Guest speakers include Reverend Sami Mahoya,
self-neglect imeua watu wengi kuliko saitani.
Reverend Jacqueline Mwando,
Katika true foundation ya salvation there is transformation.
Reverend Miriam Gethenji,
Kitu chochote kizuri kinatokanga kwa Mungu.
Prophetess Winnie Andrew,
But a time comes you shout.
and Pastor Julia Karanja.
Don't give up.
The theme for this year's conference is Birthing God's Purpose. Drawn from Isaiah 66 verse 8. Music ministers will be Pastor Anthuo, and Minister Magidon. The venue for this conference is the Harvest Cathedral, Nakuru. As we come together in fellowship, please remember to bring your bedsheets and personal effects. We'll provide the blanket. To reserve your spots, register at www.mbcimissions.com/ladies.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Yeah, welcome back. Sorry for that slight disturbance kidogo ya kimitambo tu, but it's okay. And thank you for keeping it on Men Matters Friday, and we were talking about, you're talking about something, Sylvia, about this boundary, the demarcation of the roles, you know, the masculine and the feminine roles, traditionally. There's something that you're saying on that.
Yeah, like they were so defined such that you could tell the gender of a person by what it is they're doing. Because unajua, ukiona mtu kwa mjengo unajua, those are all men. No questions asked. Ukipata wamama pale mtoni unajua, watu wakifua mtoni unajua, all those are women. Because it was clearly defined. Like hata ilikuwa in some cultures, it is even a taboo to even find someone of the opposite gender engaging in activities za the other gender. So kitambo it was, kulikuwa na lane nyingine kali, boundary na kasi juu aje, like you couldn't cross it. Bas, ile unajua, stay in your side and you stay in your lane. And that's why I think that's where the issues like gender equality stemmed from, because kuna nini ilikuwa imekaliwa kidogo, lakini tusiende hiyo direction juu tutaingia kwa gender equality na tunaongea kuhusu gender roles. So let's focus more on gender roles. But I think traditionally it was more defined. A man anafanya zile breadwinning tasks and a woman kazi yake ilikuwa kwa household ama hizi kazi za caretaking, like unaona vitu soft. But a man vitu ngumu hiyo ndo alikuwa anapewa na mpita na hiyo.
Now, unajua, things have changed. You know, there is this statement ambayo inasema, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I don't know that you've ever come across that statement.
I think I have.
Nafikiri wakati fulani nikifundisha research, I think is a question I ever give one time. You discuss that, you know, in reference to a certain text. The more things change, the more they remain the same. And it is so true. Let me tell you. As much as kuna hizi vitu tunazungumzia tukisema zilikuwa za those olden times, you know, there's something that happens, Sylvia. Right now kuna mvua, kuna nyesha. Do you know you can decide kujenga nyumba in the course of a river during a dry season? Si hata kuna maji. In fact unaweza kuja hata na utengeneze, you know, umwage hata mawe, you build an embankment, a wall. Ndio hata kama maji ikifikiria kukuja, you divert the course. But let me tell you something. Water will always find its course. It will always go back to its original course. So sahi unaweza you know, inaweza ikakuta ukuta for some time, lakini wakati hiyo maji itakuja na force,
itapita na hiyo ukuta, itarudi kwa direction yake. So true. I
don't know whether kuna mahali tutafika and then such roles zirudi mahali zilikuwa, ama it's a lost battle.
Actually it's weird. There's a particular time nilingia kwa mtandao and there was, let me say, a movement of people saying that we need to bring back what were they calling it, the patriarchal system, something like that, whereby the man is in charge of everything. So there was a movement that is wanachangia wanasema we need to bring that back, like what used to happen kitambo. The man does the breadwinning, the woman does the caretaking. So I will agree with what you're saying. There's some people when wameanza kufeel hivi venye tuna evolve hii direction tunaenda hatulove, wacha turudi venye tulikuwa before. But there are people who are still thriving in the evolution that has taken place when it comes to gender roles. There are women who are getting more bigger positions that were considered men's roles. They're taking up leadership, because kitambo leadership used to be a man's thing, but right now we have women leaders and they're doing well in their field. So it's a tricky one.
It's a tricky situation. It's a tricky balance.
That balance is what do we do now?
But there is something on the same. When I look at what is happening today, could we say that maybe people have not, or other people are failing to realize what their roles are? That is why maybe kuna crash kidogo, you know, there's a clash. Unakuta ya kwamba huyu wanapigana na huyu, or rather kuna kutoelewana. Even wacha kwanza tutoke kwa ndoa kwanza. Let's leave the marriage alone. Let's now come to the family setup. The family unit, where we have a mother, we have a father, we have brothers, we have sisters. There is a lot of disagreements in that family. Na sababu moja kubwa ni kwa sababu parents wameenda job. kuna kazi inahitajika ifanywe nyumbani.
Yes.
So you see in the urban centers especially, hakuna ng'ombe
wa kwenda kulishwa ama kukamuliwa.
Exactly. Hakuna shamba
ya kwenda kulima.
Lakini kila mtu jana alikula. So vyombo vyote ni vichafu.
Bas.
Nyumba ni chafu. Nguo
ni chafu. Lunch inahitaji kupikwa.
There is a son and there is a daughter in this house. Divide those roles.
It becomes a tricky situation, and I think the norms when it comes to gender roles, they're passed down from the parents. Let's say in that scenario that you have given, there's a son, there's a daughter, and there are all these roles to do. Probably if maybe once ama twice the son amesikia babake akisema hiyo si kazi ya hiyo ni kazi ya mwanamke, trust you me, hata kipewa hiyo role na mamake hatafanya. Juu atasema, atambua osha vyombo, hiyo ni kazi ya mwanamke, fanya hiyo ni kazi ya mwanamke. So they're passed down from the parents, and in a situation like that, vitu tumesema times zimechange na tume-evolve. Traditionally kama ingekuwa the lady, vitu tumesema angekaa kwa nyumba apike, afanye hizo vitu zote, the man atatoka nje aende alishe nini. But sasa tuko tao, hakuna ng'ombe za kukamuliwa, hakuna hivyo. There's nothing else to do apart from the household chores. And as you're bringing up kids, I think ni poa kuwa equal. I'm imagining the lady kufanya hiyo kazi yote, hata sikia vizuri, hata kama ni wewe unasikia vizuri kupewa kazi yote, surely all that work hawezi sikia poa. So I'm feeling like zinafaa kusplitiwa down equally.
Now, let me ask a question. Who said that if a man decides to clean the house, for instance, that it's feminine? You know, the reason why I'm asking this, I want us to look at it from this angle. Those kitambo times, the woman ama the girl amefunga shule, so ndio anaosha vyombo, ndio anapika chakula, ndio anafanya all those things.
Everything,
The boy is in the field, so the boy ndio yuko kwa ng'ombe, the boy ndio yuko kwa shamba, the boy anafanya vitu za nje, ana made fence, anafanya all those things. So at the end of the day, you raise a very balanced, responsible adults. Kwa sababu huyu ameshinda busy, huyu mwingine ameshinda busy.
Very true.
So the concept really is not so much as who does what. The issue is, are you raising responsible people? Are you raising hardworking people? I think that is the most important.
But now people lose sight of that. All these chores, be it household or manini. Ikifika, let's say this young man is growing up. There's a time ata move out from the parents' house. Kama hakujifunza kuosha vyombo huko, akiwa peke yake ataiziosha?
Ngumu sana.
Kama hajajifunza kufua nguo, akiwa kwake ataweza kuzifua kweli? No wonder hawa groom vizuri. Now we are here talking about even grooming, kwa sababu hadi grooming ajui, hajajifunza hizi vitu. But I think it is that mentality. Let me say we are rooted in that system that was there before, and it's very hard to break a system.
Can we say that
has been
sure. Can we say that maybe it is out of that now that the masculine aspect ya kwamba hii kazi si ya mwanamume, hii kazi ni ya mwanamke, that we now have a breed of ladies that are very responsible, wanafanya kazi sasa, wanachukua hata zile kazi ambazo zilikuwa zimedhaniwa ni za wanaume, they are able to take them up, because the man was possibly watching a series, watching a movie, as the sister, now that's the son of Form 3, na the sister is in Form 1, lakini huyu Form 1 ndiye ameosha nyumba, ameosha vyombo na amepika. Huyu mwingine kwa sababu hamna shamba na hamna ng'ombe,
amekaa tu anatazama tu television
na computer game
na PS
and then mwenda interview 5 years later, mind ya moja ina work at 100 rotations zake ni 100 rotations per minute, mwingine ana load na like
naambia load
5 inaitwa nini KBs
inakata kuload,
high load because akili yake imezoea kulala, lakini mwingine do you know there is a correlation between physical activity and the mental activity. The more active you are, the more active the mind is. Lakini kwa umezoea kutulia sana, even the mind tends to lag, to sleep.
Yeah, very true. I also agree with that. There's also this thing that I saw on social media that was saying that in the olden days, men were raised to roar like lions. But nowadays, the men that we have are barking like chihuahuas. Not my words. I'm just quoting something that I think from social media. And I think that statement probably it was to do with gender roles. Like, it has gotten to a point whereby right now women have been empowered to a point that they can now do what men can do. But now transitioning men to do what women can do, there's a big problem. Joko, family rooted in the system, that's a woman's job. But what happens the moment you start living alone as a bachelor? And that's why I think you find even most men settling down into marriage because they want someone to do that thing and I claim it's a feminine job, like any kazi ya mama. Like, I'm getting married so that I can have my clothes cleaned, I can have food made, I can have everything, like someone to take care of me, because I don't want to engage myself in work that is feminine.
It's like, unfortunately, if someone does not understand the gender roles, a young man who decides to get married, they actually looking for somebody like their mother. That is, you know, their mother to mean that mama amekuwa akinipikia, amekuwa akinifulia, amekuwa aki. So the person that you now bring into your life, you expect a replica of your
what
mother,
your mom used
of your whatever your mom has been doing. In this case, lazima kutakuwa na kupigana. Why? Sana. This woman that you're marrying, in fact, huyu mwenye anaoa, hata taka mtu mwenye hana job.
Very true.
Like, you see, in today's society, many people will want at least you marry somebody or you get married to somebody of some means. Hata kama hana hiyo kazi sahi, but akona potential ya kupata hiyo kazi. Hana hiyo biashara sahi, but akona potential ya kupata hiyo biashara. But then something happens. Ndio huyo ameingia kwa ndoa, and of course mwanzo haina mambo mingi. Si asubuhi mnatoka wote mnaenda. Si mnapatana hapo jioni. Si kwani hata kupika chakula ya watu wawili. Si ni kama tu karibu ni ya mtu mmoja. Ni the same ulikuwa unapika yako ndivyo tu. So hata kama umechoka, it's not a big issue.
You just make it.
Ukitumia vyombo, si ni vile umetumia na vile nimetumia. It's not a big deal. But now here comes a friend.
Hey.
A visitor.
Little juniors.
Little junior. Hey. Na hii time amekam, ni time yenye the lady is eyeing a certain promotion. Kwa job.
Na
hii promotion inamdemand as paid possibly an extra hour kwa job. Because again, there is an online course I may take. To better her chances.
To get this particular promotion that is coming.
In fact, after this 3 months course, you need to enroll for maybe a master's degree. Kwa sababu in the next 4 or 5 years, tunakuangalia tunaona wewe unaweza ukapeleka this company to the next level.
Okay. Wow. And then
and then of course the man
Nule wa osha vyombo. Mi sioshi kazi ya mama ya nini? Sizu kwa mwambia.
Hata nani namwambia oshe? Who is telling him to wash?
There's no one to tell him. Juu anajua huyu hata osha vyombo hata.
Like what will be the state of this family?
It'll be in a very, very bad state, because I'm imagining the wife comes in tired and late. There's a little junior there. Probably the husband ameingia hours early na labda ameketi anangoja the wife akuja ingie jikoni na shughulikie kama junior ndo aingie class. Na the next morning repeats and cycle. A cycle that keeps repeating itself.
And you see, now the question is, hizi vitu zenye the wife anapursue, si anafaa achane nazo and let the man pursue those things.
And what if they're in different fields? And the opportunity has come on the lady's side. Should she let go of the opportunity because the man can't step up?
But you see, the man can also pursue in his own field. So you know, the man watch the man pursue in his own field. The woman at least are concentrating at least with juniors.
Now, what if the man are contented, have feel they need to keep on pushing, and the woman has that drive to keep pushing, because they're gonna prospects of for a better future.
Okay. Viewers, I have a question.
Okay.
So what happens here? Because you see, Sylvia.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a career, but also there is a family.
Very true.
There are children to be raised. Okay, today we will say, okay, that's not a big issue. Kupika sio a big issue. You just hire a nanny.
Yeah, to do that.
No, a house manager.
To do all that.
A house help. And as we continue, okay, we call them house managers, but I thought the wife is supposed to be the house manager.
Yes, she's the manager.
So ni kama
someone
house
lending,
assistant.
to lend a hand.
Okay, sababu anaweza kuitwa okay,
house manager assistant.
Yes. House manager assistant.
Yes.
I'm the house help. And by the way, many of them to a good degree are doing a very good job.
Very true.
Ni vile wanaharibiwa na wengine tu, just a few. And sometimes haikosi kwa wanadamu. Sometimes unapata a few elements wa kuharibia wengine. But you see here we can say tutafute a house manager ama house help. To
do all that housework.
Kwa sababu at the end of the day, what do I need? I need utensils washed. I do not need my wife to wash the utensils. So come on, you
need the job done. Doesn't matter who does it.
I need the food cooked. Doesn't mean the wife has to cook the food.
Okay. But what if there's a way you can work it out without having to involve a house help?
But how will you work it out?
Let's give an example. Maybe on the times when the wife is free, she can make enough food. Now I pack kwa fridge. So na probably pia kuna food ya mtoto pia the same case. So all the man has to do is probably do the little dishes yenye na mtoto atatumia na kupasha food moto. Sisi tume-eradicate story ya house help. But iye imekuja like with that collaboration to help each other. Just as the line between gender roles right now is close to non-existent due to the changing times. We have kitambo, we were not used to male nurses. Let me give an example. It wasn't a thing that people used to hear of. Mostly the women were nurses because that's a caretaking job.
Actually, at a Saudi, male nurse. You know, I just know a nurse.
Yes, a nurse. And when you say a nurse, you know that's a woman 100%.
Automatically.
But right now we have male nurses who do that caretaking, because the job of a nurse is to take care of the patients. We have men who are doing that right now. So you can't clearly define and say right now, ati this is a woman's role and this, unless wale wenye bado wako rooted in the system. But this other one says the line is close to non-existent. Alafu being raised in the urban areas kwenye hakuna kazi za kutoka nje, like for the boy child, hata wanakuwa engaged in hizo kazi za nyumba. That's why unapata right now we have very responsible men. Kuna wale wenye kidogo wanaharibia wengine, lakini most of them are responsible. Like unapata mtu anatokea amejigroom vizuri, na hata if you go back to where they have come from, their house, it is clean and well arranged. Hangejua hizo vitu akiwa peke yake. It had to stem from somewhere, and it stemmed from temenye alikuwa and bring you up, like from the upbringing, like anajua. Like I'll give an example of let me give an example of myself. For us at home, there's me and my brother and another sister. All of us, we do household chores. Even my brother, we do it together. So right now he's no longer with us at home. Ameenda kusoma mbali. And even anytime you go visit him, nyumba yake ni safi venye alifunzwa from home. So I'm imagining in a situation whereby hangefunzwa hizo, like how to clean, kama tunge clean na yeye, tufanye hizo vitu zote na yeye, hiyo nyumba mzazi angekuwa kiingia anapiga nduru. Anapata hata mawe alichimba, na ni nyumba ya tiles, ameka mawe 3, anapika nayo uji ndani ya nyumba.
I'm looking at our producer. And I want to get it is a case of
yeah, Yeah, so
then could there be a way, Sylvia, a way therefore, we make like fun, like
a fun
sports,
experience,
like an experience, not per se a responsibility ya kwamba sasa wewe Sly Wednesday inakuanga yake kuosha nyumba, Kevo yake ni Friday, Plani, no, because ukiweka hivyo it's like you're subjecting this person into doing that, you know, into assuming that gender role, of which
I think inakuwa fun mkiwa wengi, because unaona like what you do, seti mtu anafanya choo akiwa peke yake, zimekuwa split and together we do it. Huyu akiosha vyombo, mwingine anafagia sitting, mwingine anafanya hivyo, like there's a way, but I think all of it has to stem from parents. They're the ones to set the pace. Because if they don't, when it comes to, kids will feed off of what they learn from their parents. Because most of the time they spend their time, parents and school. Because most of the time they're either at home or school. Church ni once a week. So mostly at home and at school. So that's where they'll pick those behaviors. So akisikia, maybe if it's a son, asikia the dad amesema something negative about doing a particular chore ama doing something, amwambie hiyo ni ya wanawake, trust you me, it will be very hard to change the mind of that young man. Even as akigrow atajua that is not a man's work, it's not a man's work. And right now, with the blurring of that line yenye ilikuwa kitambo, that boundary yenye says it's almost no longer there, I think it's good to adapt to the change that is happening, such that ukwe all rounded. Same way wanawake pia through empowerment pia wamechangamshwa waweze kuwa all rounded, such that atakuwa nyumbani, take care of the household, bado atatoka aende atafute, and probably kazi anafanya ni kazi ya mwanaume. We've seen ladies wenye wako kwa quarries za kokoto wamekaa na mawe wanavunja, and jioni akirudi wako na mtoto, anamuita mom, anamshughulikia aende shule the next morning, arudi tu hapo kwa quarry. So I think ifai tu kuwa hadi the boy child should be empowered to take up these roles.
Could it be, Sylvia, that some of the reasons why maybe utapata mtu akifanya kazi zingine is not so much because they have grown into being able to handle those situations and challenges and those kind of jobs, but they have been forced by circumstances to get into those jobs. Lakini like hataki kuomba, hataki kuanza to be a bother to people. So anasema, let me do what is available, hata kama it's not cut out for me. Like, let me ask a question. Why do you think we would focus or maybe be very interested with a plant operator, a woman, a lady plant operator, that tunaona ni yeye anatengeneza barabara, and we make it, for example, even a news feature. Why would we be interested kuona mtu ako kwa kware, maybe ana operate a certain machinery pale, ama ndio anavuja mawe or something, and we cover it and tunaiweka mahali tunaiangazia kwa ukaribu zaidi? Why would we do that? Possibly it's because we know that it's like hii area ni kama sio yako, but something has pushed you into getting that area, and now that you're already there, we now want to look at you.
We now want to see.
Could it be that it's because the men in the society have failed inafanya wanawake wanachukue some duties that they were not supposed to take because they are not necessarily cut out for them?
I feel, okay, situations zinaweza vary, but I know of women who do such jobs because they genuinely want to. Like, if you listen to some stories, there's a story I saw of a lady, and then you've called them plant operator. Yes. Alikuwa anaendesha, and a feature story was done same way you have said, and they wanted to know, they were curious to know, like, why will she get into such a field? There are so many other things that she could have done, but why go for that? And she said, well, growing up, she watched her father work there. And she and her father used to carry her brothers anawaeka hapo juu, but yeye alikuwa nakatazwa because yeye a lady. So even growing up, she had that desire to ride that thing. Na sasa akagrow na hiyo desire, na the moment she had the chance to, she did it. So it varies. There are those who are forced by circumstances, but still they've had to adapt. Like, the fact that hata kama wamepushiwa na circumstances, at least they have appreciated that this is something that I can do. Hata sema, you know what, this is a man's job, let me just stay jobless. Like amesema, okay, I may not have what I want to do right now, but this is a means for me to make a livelihood. It doesn't have to be ati nikai tu hivyo nikingoja the more feminine job come along.
Yes.
Like this is the job that's there. I will take it and go with it. Well, I'm hoping for greener pastures ahead.
Sure.
So I'm feeling like this should challenge everyone more to like try and see how they can adapt to the changing times. Because we need to all learn how to adapt. Hatuwezi kaa tu hivyo nde tuache vitu tuziende venye zine. No, you need to adapt to the changing times. Wanawake wameadapt, wengi wao wameanza kujua like tumeona even women who are touts. We have seen women who are driving these public service vehicles. There's much more that needs to be explored when it comes to matters gender roles. Sana sana kwa boy child.
Now, let me ask.
Yeah.
You put it very well. There's that integration, if I can call it.
Yeah.
Roles. But you see, when there's now this integration, could it mean the reason why we are able to pick out? This is where my issue is. The reason why we are able to pick out examples is actually to mean that is a foreign territory.
It's a foreign territory because kumbuka space kwenye ilisetiwa na the traditional gender roles that were there before, which everyone is aware of, because maybe at one point, not even maybe, at one point in your life umesikia koka comment, wacha kufanya hivyo, wewe si kijana, wacha kufanya hivyo, wewe si mama. You know, like there's at a particular point umepata ka comment kama hako. So even growing up, you grow up with that because you've had it somewhere. But again, it's up to you to decide whether to conform to what was there before and live in the past while you're in the present, or try and figure out a way to live in the present. And
let me ask a question.
Yes.
Mimi hapa ndio niko.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
This is the issue that I have. Tuulizane sasa hapa. Now this is not, I'm not asking this to Sly. I'm asking this to us viewers.
Yes.
Especially the ladies.
Yes.
Na sana sana wacha kwanza niulize kwa sababu Sly, you're representing a constituency of ladies who have not yet crossed the line.
Yes, here we are.
Yes. So let me now direct it to your constituency.
Okay.
Of those that have not yet crossed
the line on the other side.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you rather, and be genuine, niambie tu kweli, would you rather get married to a person mwenye how do I put it? Mwenye ame appreciate that times have changed, and mimi unaweza in fact kuingia tu kwa nyumba ukute mimi hata nimetoa curtains na nimetoa vitambaa na nimeosha nyumba kila mahali hadi karibu nioshe hadi ceiling, unafika hivi alafu and sometimes when you're doing all this hata neighbors wanachunguliwa na shida, what is happening?
Okay.
So unafika unaamka asubuhi moja and then unakuta nguo zote zilikuwa huko chafu zote, kwanza unazipata kwa kamba zote, yani huyu mtu ataliamka ukiwa umelala bado, and you find your breakfast there and all that, and it's not a surprise. I'm not talking about a surprise.
No.
I'm talking about
it's a routine. Okay, that happens every day.
Would you either have that or you have whatever now you were seen on social media, the traditional lion roaring in the house?
Hiyo swali ni ngumu. Ladies, help me answer it pale kwa nambari zetu. No, nisaidie kujibu hii swali. Okay, so you have a man who
has transformed to what now the typical kind of man that we now want for the 21st century, mwenye anaelewa mambo, mwenye ameamua tu kusaidia, ameamua ku take up any role.
Ako tu sawa lakini asiovadu tena. Why are you overdoing? Usioverdo.
So what is overdoing in this case?
Hiyo ya kate na ceiling na. Okay. This is a tricky question, but again I will say we are living in a very, very different time, And as much as huyo wa kufua kila kitu ana sound tempting, and the other one who is roaring is also tempting, but I think kuna jibu kama you find an in between.
You strike a balance.
You strike a balance because if you say you stick with a traditional kind, mwenye amezoea like, oh, I'm the breadwinner, I'm this and this and this, I'm not supposed to do this and this.
Yes.
Italeta issue kidogo because unaona kama saizi in this time we cannot say that we can go back to the traditional woman that was there, because saizi women right now are breadwinners. They go out there, they do what a man does, what was considered a man's duty. They do that.
Yes.
So if you say you find a man when you're on that mentality and you go so rigid and so firm that I have to I'm the breadwinner, I can't do things that seem feminine, kutakuwa na utata kidogo. Na tena huyu wa kuenda atafanya tu utapigwa na in-laws surely. Juu atasema ni wewe ndo unamtesa afanye hiyo kazi yote.
So
just strike a balance. What happened in between. So I think striking a balance between both. Someone who understands that says the line between gender roles is not that firm as it was before, but tena si overdo. And then the other one who is, I think striking a balance between the two is the way to go.
Maybe if I ask, I don't know whether I think I'm asking a lot.
There's a lot to share here. Please help me, ladies.
Yes, it's all right. You can speak to us. Katika WhatsApp, that is 0721 105 105. Katika SMS is 23814. It is free of charge, by the way. Unaweza pia kutufuata pale ama kucomment pale katika MBCI TV official pale katika Facebook na pia pale YouTube, and we'll be getting your comments. Okay. Now hapa Sylvia.
Yes.
Today we are talking about gender roles. Na let's just dissect it kabisa, tuiangalie kabisa. Na tuweze kuulizana maswali, tuweze kusaidika. Na tusaidie and especially we might think that this issue takes shape kwa marriages. No, it doesn't.
It takes
shape way earlier. Way earlier. So if you're not able to arrest it mapema, pale baadaye inakuja kusumbua. You know, in marriages, it only manifests, or rather it's just a good grounding, or rather a breeding place sasa. Because ndio sasa umepata opportunity ya ku practice whatever you are taught.
Yeah, very true.
Here comes the woman. But now, you know, it's men matters. But sometimes kile kinafanya the man anakuwa na issues na anapata stress is because of the woman. So we are talking about I talked about last weekend. I attended a wedding, which you also did. And somebody gave the same expression that this man you're seeing here, this is not a boy. This is a man. This is not a chihuahua. This is a lion. I remember the expression. That was last Saturday, right?
Yes, that was last Saturday.
Now, here comes now the lady. Comes the woman. Now, a good man, mwenye tu amelelewa vizuri, ye hana issue ku chip in, because the issue here should not be the man turns to a woman role-wise. Does not mean that now this man, what I was saying, anaamka saa 9 ya usiku, like for the next 3 months anakwambia, you know what baby, I'm gonna surprise you. And wewe hujui hata surprise ni gani. Wewe unangojea yogurt, alafu unakuta
kila asubuhi 3 in the morning
kama zote zimejaa.
Hata zikiwa safi anachukua tu hapa hivi.
Hadi hana time. You know, it's also important for men to get time out even with other men. It's important, by the way.
Very true.
Because, you know, women spend a lot of time with other women. Wachamas kwa nini wanazungumza mambo mengi. Sasa akiamua kufua kila siku hata
time inatoka wapi?
Now here comes, achana na mwanaume kwanza. Let's come to this woman. An empowered
woman.
I'm not talking about equality here. Equality is not the issue. The issue is roles. Alafu anakuja anasema, by the way, sisi wote tuna work. we are both working. Now I am as tired as you are. And by the way, for your information, mimi kwanza job yangu natokeanga 5:30. Wewe uko na liberty ya kutokea 3:30. In fact, in fact wewe unaingianga jobs bi saa moja and by 3:30 wewe unakuwa uko you are free to go. Mimi naingianga the same saa moja and by 5:30 ndio mimi natokea. So tafadhali mimi hautakuwa unani expect ninatoka job 5:30 wewe umekuwa home and then una expect nakuja kupika.
Okay. That's a tricky situation. Waingia wote wapike. Wasaidiane. I think that's the solution. Wasaidiane.
And you see, when this man was getting married, even the in-laws, even the friends, even himself, nasema angalau unajua nitapata kamwili kwa sababu nimepata mtu wa
kunipikia.
And then nasema wapike.
It's a tricky situation in a scenario like that, because he's empowered lady. She is also taking part as a breadwinner. So meaning whatever strains, financial strains zingekuwa on the husband, at least share your burden. Okay, so that leaves the household. And why are you laughing? We're just getting started. So obviously imekuwa ngumu. Hiyo ni dilemma. Sijui tuulize watu watupe majibu tusikie what their opinions are, because in a situation like that, I'm imagining amekuja 5:30 amepata the husband ako home. And she's supposed to do all the household cleaning, right? And cooking and all that.
Yes.
Okay. If they are friendship before marriage, they can talk it out and maybe decide to go to the kitchen together. Uwe kisongo gali ya katakate nyama na pike mboga. And probably after the lady do the dishes. Like this, I don't think you unaweza kosa to find a solution. Because remember again, we said in marriage, in relationships so that are headed to marriage, you pick someone who is a friend. So if this person is your friend, amwezi kosa solution. Ikumwambia, hey bana, leo ni kubaya, mimi nimechoka. Like kuna venye, this is how you'll phrase it when you're talking to your, this is how you'll phrase it. It won't seem as if you are coercing them ama forcing them to do. Leo nimechoka, tuingie tu nimebit, tuingie tu tupike. Unisonge tu kaugali peke yake alafu na mimi nitapika hizi zingine na nitosha vyombo, I promise. So vyombo under stress. You know, like this is how you can find a solution that is good for both of you.
You brought something that I've never seen, and it's a good one. The friend aspect, because something very important. Do you know why people fight? Not only in marriages, hata katika
normal interactions.
Na kufight here does not mean mangumi necessarily, no.
Arguments.
The reason why people argue and disagree and fight, one of the reasons is because friendship fails to take its rightful place.
Very true.
Because when friendship takes its rightful place, then you consider this other person even better than yourself. Hata Biblia inasema ya kwamba we should consider others better than we are. Now, if therefore this lady would approach it from that friend perspective, that I'm talking to my friend, like I know I'm supposed to do this, because that's where the issue is.
I know I'm supposed to, but
namwambia, by the way, mimi najua nimeona nimekuleta down kiasi because I'm supposed to have done this and this. Lakini haki hata unaona venye mambo iko. Please naomba tu nisaidie. Like please to nisaidie tu. I want to make you happy. I want to make this marriage work. I want us to have a good time.
Yeah.
So let me wacha tu nione the best I can. Lakini ukipata please unaweza nisaidia hapa, naweza shukuru sana.
Yeah.
Don't even give the options. Ya kwamba wewe pika ugali, ya kwamba wewe osha vyombo, no, because you are asking for help.
Pay liberty to pick what they can.
Exactly.
They want to help
when
with.
they pick what they want, they'll do it to their best. In fact, hapo hata ndio nakwambia, hata usijali, do this, mimi nitakuwa nafanya hivi by the way. I'll be doing this. Anytime you want to do this, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because you have approached it from a friend perspective.
Yeah, very
because now the opposite, and which is now the worst thing is this.
Yeah.
You saying ya kwamba sisi wote tunafanya kazi. Sisi wote tunaleta pesa hapa.
Ndio wewe. Sina kusaidia na roho zako.
Kwani huna mikono? Sinaweza osha vyombo. Tumbo ni yangu. Kama ukisikia njaa lazima uningoje.
Ati ama mimi nimekula kwenye nimetoka, wewe jipikie.
Now, that is where as much as we are talking about the roles have changed, they have transitioned in the modern society.
Yeah.
But there is that aspect. Hiyo nisikia nimekuambia. Yeah. Maji upitia.
Lazima tu itarudi to find its course.
Hata kama umeweka ukuta, siku moja ikikuja na flood, itapita na hiyo ukuta na itatupitia tu njia yake. For that reason, unaweza kuweka, you don't even have to build that wall. Unaweza kuweka hata a temporary wall just kuonyesha maji. Tunaweza kupita pia in direction, but do it on a friendly basis.
Yeah, don't usikani kama you're forcing your hand in it. Because things might go wrong.
Let me give you an example. Personally, no, I'm not shouting. Yata sitaki mtu asikie. I'm not shouting.
Okay. Lotus, whisper. Okay.
Yes. Personally, I love pastry.
Pastry, anything? Ngano.
Yes.
Mkate.
Yes.
Croissants, cake, biscuits.
Iyo area yote, I love it by the way. Like mimi tunapenda. And I would have no issue like every time we are doing anything pastry that I even do it. Actually, there are times when I would call and say, something, I'll work on it.
I'll come make it.
This and this day, I want us to make this and this. So it's something I love doing. But now suppose that nadikiwa timetable. Uko wapi?
Ufike mapema, wewe ndio unatengeneza hii.
Unajua, we cannot unless useme hatutakula huku kwa sababu haujafika. That way you will not do it. Because you feel you are being coerced to fit into an area that is not really your area, because I have my roles as well.
Yeah, true.
And as much as there is change, I told you that
some roles that
the more things change, the more they remain
the same. Very
as
true.
much as kuna hii tutapiga kelele tuseme ya kwamba we are changing and we are changing, but we still have to remember one thing. There is the God ordained order. Nonetheless, when God created Eve, Eve hakupewa kazi, by the way. Kazi yote ilikuwa ya nani?
Adam. She was just to be a helper.
I think this is in low tones.
You're not shouting.
When God created Adam, kazi yote ilikuwa ni ya Adam. Eve came as
a helper.
So, ndugu na dada zangu,
whatever you do with that information, is up to you.
But this I have to say. Uwezi acha mtu akufe na kazi kimwangalia kwa sababu si kazi yako.
Very true.
Be it the man
or the woman. You can chip in somewhere.
Uwezi kuona ni kama ninajaribu kuinua kiti, nimejaribu nishikana, karibu sasa mahali imefika. Unajua unaweza kuinua iko somewhere midway, ukiachilia itakucrash kidole.
Ukikana sana itakuangukia.
Na hauna nguvu ya maybe hata ukijaribu kuinua zaidi itaanguka ivujike. So wewe umekaa tu unasema
si ni kazi yako.
Unajua kazi ya kuinua vitu ngumu.
Si kazi yangu. It's not a lady's job.
So that way, basi nikiangalia hivi nitasema so kazi yangu ile ambayo inaitanishwa na mimi umeamua kuniachia yote. So ile nayo inaitanishwa na wewe.
Sitakusaidia.
Sitaguza
Kana,
chochote. Now that's where the concept of the friendship comes in. Because you not want kuona rafiki yako akiumia in any way.
Very true. You'll be willing to even help.
Exactly.
Hata wewe ndo unamuuliza, "Hey, na leo umefika umechoka, unataka kusaidia wapi?"
Hata sasa zingine kama hizo ndio hata utauliza swali. Utaangalia uone, because kama ni rafiki ashakupatia program ya hiyo siku. Ashakupatia program ya hiyo wiki. So you already know how the program is. Umejua kwanza hii wiki wako na presentations fulani. They work in an NGO. Na sijui the donors, the sponsors wanakuja. And so mko na mkutano every day from saa 10 yani karibu saa 2. Sure, hata kama wewe ni Simba.
Ni tumekaa tu hivi.
Hata ukiwa Simba. Hautapika hata chai. At least akifika na hiyo baridi kwanza akunywe chai, apate warm ya kuweza kukupikia chakula.
Uniambie. But I feel like we really need to do that. We need to adjust in all aspects so that we can coexist happily. Because there's someone who said this, but I don't know how true it is, but maybe it will be a conversation for another day and another time, that men and women will never fully understand each other. Because we are all different in different aspects. But at least we can try with the little things that we know. I don't know how true that is, Mr. Monene. Maybe we can.
Men and women can never truly understand each other.
Yes, fully understand each other.
Let me ask a question. Nasikia my director hapo chini akidisagree. Na mimi nataka ku disagree in this manner. Do you truly understand yourself 100%?
Not really. 100%.
Ati unasema ya kwamba mimi najua Sly. Sasa ni wewe unajiambia.
Yeah, mimi najua Sly vizuri kabisa. There's still things I'm still learning every day. Like I discover new things. I'm like, na hii sikuwa najua, na hii ingine pia sikuwa najua. So it's always a process of trying to learn each and every day.
Director anasema unafaa kujijua ndio ujue watu. That's what Paps is saying, our director today. Ujijue ndio uweze kujua watu.
But and can you 100% know yourself?
Now that you cannot know yourself
100%, actually, that means you will never also know the other person
100%. Mimi naweza nikakwambia Sly. Possibly the percentage unafikiria unajijua is maybe up to some 70-80% kama wewe ni a student wa kujijua.
There's still much more to explore so that you can learn about yourself.
Every time you might even do something or think something and wonder to yourself, Kai, I did
not know that.
How come I did this? How did it end up here?
How did I get to this point?
Inamaanisha hujijui sasa. How can you therefore claim to understand the other person? So huyo mtu alisema ukweli ya kwamba they cannot
truly understand each other, but at least with the little pointers that we have, we can meet each other halfway. That's what we can say. We can meet each other halfway.
And you see, I think the most important thing, somebody said, I think I was reading somewhere, nikaona mtu ameandika, sometimes it's better to cultivate peace than to be right.
Very true. Very true.
You might be right and lose your relationship.
So you'd rather choose peace over being right.
And you stay in that relationship.
And that is very wise.
And it drives.
Yeah, that is wise. That is very wise. I remember a story I had of a wife who cooked food na kaeka chumvi mingi. Akaambia next time ukipika chumvi uweke chakula ya kutosha.
Hey, next time tafadhali. Hey, usiwe unapika chumvi kidogo hivi.
Ukipika chumvi nyingi unaongeza hadi chakula iwe mingi.
No, that was not a good one. Hebu kwanza niambie. Naona time yetu by the imeisha. Our time is imeisha kabisa kwa Men Matters. Now, how do you advise these mnajita aje siku hizi?
Spinsters.
Nisikia girl what? Sijui. What have I heard the other day? Sijui girl day mom or something.
Girl teto.
Those ones. Because the next phase of life
it will
be different.
Mama nani?
Yes, and different heavy responsibilities
that come along with it.
Ebu advice as far as the gender roles are concerned.
Okay.
In less than a minute.
Okay, what I will tell all young adults who are looking forward to cross the boundary to the other side, that times may change, yes, but as a Christian, as a lady who believes in the word, as a lady who believes in God, there are things that won't change. The fact that you are in charge of your household, so you have to do whatever it takes to make sure that your household is in order. And another important thing, that even as you're approaching marriage, make sure that you find someone who is a friend to you, so that you can be able to navigate this issue of gender roles, because we cannot define it for you. We cannot say this is the right way or this is, we cannot give you the path to follow. But if you have a friend by your side, it will become easy for you to navigate it. So I would encourage you out there, when it comes to matters gender roles, before you get into marriage, find a friend, and also remember you are in charge of your household. No matter what happens, even as you're the breadwinner, even as you're an empowered woman, even as an alpha female, you are still in charge of your household. Anza kuzoea mapema. Yes, that's what I will say.
And you see, there is something nasikia director akinieleza hapa. And there is something that I can say. Especially pia kwa sababu ya wale ambao pia wako in marriage.
Yeah.
Na wengine wana conflicts on gender roles.
Yeah.
Na kuna wale ambao sasa the nyinyi who are now coming na kina producer hapa, ambao wako katika hiyo safari ya kuingia into marriage.
Yeah.
If you really want to know what lies ahead uko mbele kwa barabara, hata haitaji utembee sana katika hiyo barabara. Look for anybody that is coming from that route.
They will give you more information.
Ukitaka kujua kama kuna mahali daraja limebomoka, usiulize wale wanaelekea direction moja.
Hawatajua.
Uliza mwenye anatoka from that direction.
Ndo atakwambia, hey, uko daraja.
Atakwambia, by the way, kule mbele
ni kubaya.
Whatever you do with that information,
it's up to you. Very true.
So that means ujipange, ujiandae. Ndio ujue basi kama kuna daraja imebomoka huko, nikifika hapo na kwa sababu daraja imebomoka, how do I intend to cross to the other side? Lakini usiulize mwenye mnaenda nao hapa. Hautabeba materials za kujenga daraja ya kuvuka upande mwingine. Ask those who are coming.
Yeah, the ones who are already on the other side.
It's a Chinese proverb. If you want to know the way ahead, ask those who are coming back.
From that road. Okay, amazing.
Hey, thank you so much. And this has been real.
It has been amazing.
It has been amazing.
Yeah.
Gender roles.
Tricky topic, but tumemanage, tumepambana na tumeweza kuitackle, and we are victors.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yes.
Mimi nakushukuru sana Sylvia, even for making time to be with us. Yeah, wewe sio mgeni, lakini wewe ni mgeni wangu hapa. Mgeni wetu leo hapa. Yes, and thank you so much for the dissecting the topic. And mimi najua kwamba msikilizaji wetu pia kuna mambo ambayo tumeweza kulearn mengi. Wale ambao umetufuata kwa Facebook, kwa YouTube, and wale wote ambao mnatufuata on MBCI TV, thank you so much for keeping it MBCI TV. Thank you so much for keeping it Men Matters Friday. And siku ya leo, being a Friday, there is a meeting that is going on pale katika Nakuru Athletics Club kwa wale watu ambao wako Nakuru. And I charge you, tuende katika huo mkutano. We are praying for the nation. We are praying against mambo ambayo tunaona, majanga ambayo tunaona yakiendelea katika taifa letu. We've had so many issues of accidents na mambo kama hayo. Yesterday we lost a general, the general of the armed forces, you know. And mambo mengi kama haya, we really have to pray against them. We have to pray against instability in our nation. Whatever the enemy wants to do to our nation, lazima tumkataze na tumwambia kwamba it will not happen. So tafadhali tupatane hapo. Na siku ya leo pia kuna mkesha, there will be a kesha tonight pale pia katika the NEC ground, the Nakuru Athletics Club ground. Tafadhali tupatane hapo. Let's pray for our nation. Let's call unto God. He is ready to hear us. All right? And kutoka kitengo cha Men Matters Friday, pamoja na my producer hapa, the director, na wote ambao wamefanikisha kipindi cha siku ya leo, Mungu awabariki sana, and have a blessed weekend ahead. Thank you so much.